Hi YouTube, so it's Sunday the 29th of November and it's been ages since I've been online. Lots of shit's happened in my life, i.e. I went on holiday for a couple of weeks, my girlfriend's now ill, she'll be okay, but I'm dedicated to looking after her obviously, but that comes first. But I've been watching the British Brainwashing Corporation this morning just because I woke up to it, which is sometimes what I do on a Sunday. And yeah, it's quite an interesting thing because I'm hearing people who are awake, right, constantly go on about how people are waking up and the world's changing and that things are getting more positive. And you see that sometimes, especially with people like, like Jeremy Corbyn, who everyone hates because he's like us, he's kind of peaceful. I'm not into politics, as everyone knows, but he's quite like me. I agree with a lot of things he says. So he's causing a lot of conflict now within government and within politics to do with the Syria war. You know, that fake war where we go and destroy a country for their minerals or their oil or whatever. Some resource that we want in the Middle East, basically. So because that country is not adhering to the Western corruption, yeah, they'll make a patsy of that country by a problem reaction solution, creating a terrorist event so we all react, so then we all go to war with them. That's the normal bullshit. There's a lot of people who are seeing through that. And it's not so, like I just saw on the news, two reporters saying how they agree with Jeremy Corbyn. So that doesn't usually happen on the media. And they spoke about the media bubble. It's like, it's a new approach to keep the brainwashing going because the old system, the old hierarchy of corporate corruption at a political level is falling apart. And so the media is strategically trying to look as if they're for the people. There's a lot of that going on. And then carry on watching to then observe climate change. Let's talk about climate change. Sorry, global warming. Oh yeah, sorry, no, global cooling. Let's just call it climate change because we don't fucking know what's going on. A little bit of a newsflash for you. Climate change is probably something to do with the Earth, our host saying, you lot are a bunch of toxic arseholes, let's fuck you off. Because really, either the virus is killed by the host or the host kills the virus. And we are the virus, right? We are the fucking virus that lives on this planet going around destroying things constantly destroying things. And if you lived in the Western world like I do, I live in one of the richer countries, United Kingdom, yeah? We are one of the worst, as well as America and China and all the other big states. Russia's a little bit more like, a lot of people, Western people, don't like Russia. I actually quite like Russia. I don't have a problem with them, right? But the West does because they're a big power that they're scared of, and basically Russia could bomb America and wipe them off the planet. And that's what it is. It's all a big bunch of masculine fear, okay? The normal sort of control bollocks. But there's a lot of climate protests going on right now, people protesting about how we're constantly destroying our planet and it doesn't make any sense in the long run because if you destroy a country on the other side of the world, it affects the other side of the world. So basically, we've all got to stick together as one planet or we fuck it up. Now it looks as if people are still not quite understanding the fact that every day the government is spraying stratospheric sulfide aerosols into the upper ionosphere and making the sky white. Now every morning I wake up to a white sky, okay? White skies only happen when it fucking snows, okay? So all this global climate change shit, dumping sulfur and all the other shit that they're dumping into the upper ionosphere is just adding to the global climate bullshit. And all these big fucking superstorms and snowing in places where it's never snowed before is because they're moving the weather fronts where the water falls. It's not going to fall where it normally falls, so therefore it's having detrimental effects on other countries because government are messing around with the fucking weather. Now this has been in national papers. There's a treaty on it in America since 1960. There's a whole parliamentary act, the 2010 Parliamentary Act, preventing governments from using weather modification in war. Because in the Vietnam War, they made the monsoon season last 5 years longer, 5 months longer in order to win the war. This has all come out. But still, everyone's still fucking got their head in the sand watching that fucking square box over there that brainwashes you daily, okay? Brainwashes you daily to believe their corporate shit, right? So as the public, half of them are waking up and trying to say, look, if we carry on, all of us are going to be extinct in the next 10 to 15 years. And this is kind of near enough a fact, okay? The world is falling apart, and if people don't start acting and start realising that it's a fucking... Seeing through it, it's going to all fall by the wayside. But I'm looking at the television, I'm seeing there's a different outlook, there's a different way of addressing things from the media stance of it. It's like, it seems to be, they're panicking a little bit. So hopefully this panic is something that we're doing as activists, because the rich don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck about it. We're slaves to their corporate fucking agenda, and we always will be, right? It's bad enough being a fucking girl in this world, yeah, but men are still fucking corporate slaves. They might get on a little bit more, but they're still corporate slaves, okay? So really, as human beings, and as someone who cares about the planet, I personally think that the fucking Earth should wipe every single human being off the fucking surface, because we are a fucking disgrace. I am actually ashamed to be human. I'm ashamed to be human, right? How I ever got to fucking be part of the people that exist on this rock, I just don't know, because people are selfish, apathetic, greedy, virus, toxic. Oh, it's awful. It's just like, people are just so, someone lying on the floor in the street, most people would walk over them. That's the kind of level of greedy, apathetic, selfish, horrible human beings that fucking occupy this planet. It's just awful. And, you know, it's been about 4 weeks since I've made a video, and I thought I better make a video, because really, but I haven't been, I'm so fucked off with human beings that I'm finding it very, very difficult to say anything positive about them. So, peace, love and light.